Okay, we are recording, and my name is Mark Anderson with Chattown Stages, and we're doing the Songwriters Stage 2021. And I want to do a shout out to our sponsor, Mountain Music. They're out on Hicks and Pike, and they are the best locally owned, great little music store, and they'll treat you right, and they have great quality for great prices. And anyway, we're thankful to them. And then also Soundcore. We're going to see a video in a few minutes that was recorded down at Soundcore, and they're doing that for us. And they do a lot more for the music industry in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We are down to the last week, the last 8 finalists of our contest, and they are all submitting videos online in case you're, anyway, we have one of the 8 finalists, Brayden, help me pronounce your last name, Guerrette?
Guerrette, yeah.
Guerrette. And you don't do the E on the end, not Guerrette?
No.
Okay. Not very French. Are you from Canada?
What?
Are you from Canada? French?
No, from Maine. I'm originally from Maine.
Okay. For some reason anyway, Brayden is part of he's sponsored by an organization called Be the Youth Initiative, right? No, Be the
Change Youth Initiative.
Youth Initiative. Be the Change Youth Initiative. And should I share their website real quick? Screen share. Hold on, don't go away. There we go. And let's see, are you in this picture, Brayden?
I am not in that picture now.
So you're on, is this the Walnut Street Bridge downtown or somewhere else?
It is.
Okay. Huh. Let's see, all of you should be seen, heard, and loved. Our mission at Be the Change Youth Initiative, we believe everyone should be seen, heard, and loved. We're committed to educating, equip, empowering youth to use their lives in advocacy for others through personal engagement, collaboration, empower and equip others to share stories, extend compassion, and take action. My first impression that it's a Christian organization, but maybe it's not. I don't see anything. I just see about love and these other things. Does it have a... Do I read further to find out about that?
It is not a Christian organization.
Okay.
But we are Christians.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting balance then. So it's, here, let's see if this changes about us, our story. Oh, I see you there in that picture. Be the Change Youth Initiative was a family ministry focused on encouraging youth to share their gifts, use their gifts, talents to make a difference in the world since 2017. Okay, well, we won't use up all your time on this, but and you're based in Chattanooga here, right?
Yep.
Does it have larger outreach? Is it really local or global?
I mean, it's national, but around 2019, we left Maine to tour the United States. So we played shows at churches and people's houses, just sharing our stories and encouraging kids to use their talents and gifts and to share their stories as well.
Right. Well, here in the South, religion is a big deal. Do you feel like you're, how do you fit into the culture here, do you think?
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, during quarantine, been stuck in here a little bit, but just the people that I've met during this time, I've been able to connect with them, so.
A lot of your song, since you're focused on youth, from listening to this song and your others, and you speak of teen suicide and other emotional distress. So it sounds like you have a certain I don't know how I'm going to put it into my words. It sounds like what I'm hearing is that you reach out, you recognize that young people have a bag full of problems and you want them to know the love of God. Would that be right?
I mean, yeah, in a way. I mean, I struggle with depression, and so we as a family ministry, or as like a team, I guess, but we try to just make sure people know that they're loved even though they're suffering, because it can be a lonely place. For me, at least, it was. So just showing that they are cared for, and it's just important.
All right. Well, thanks. Yeah, I know my own story as a teen, I was major problems. Just a lot of anger mostly, and self-destructive behavior, acting out. I was in a religious culture, so I kind of assumed that God was those rules and all that, and I really wasn't interested in God at all. And then in the late 60s, we had a spiritual movement. The whole country just kind of came to a point of saying, what is the truth? Where is God? I mean, it was in our music and everything. And we had this church that met out in the park and said, you can know the love of God without the religious traps. It really isn't a political thing. And I was like, I so need the love of God. And it profound, knowing that God loved me, changed my life. Since that was many, many years ago, and God still loves me and hangs on to me. So I believe everyone needs the love of God. So here I took over your show, but hopefully that was just sharing in the form of conversation what you're talking about. Put in my 2 cents. I will move on and take if anyone gets mad at me, sorry. Let's see. So we're going to talk about your song. So in your part in this group, you do a lot of music. Is music a big part of the whole organization?
We try to make it a big part in the organization. We try to let our music kind of lead it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, and youth things, it's usually pretty important. Okay, so probably the best thing here is if we listen to your song, and so we will splice that in here. And I'm going to screen share again and try to show the lyrics to your song.
We feel outnumbered in the dark, in the streets we roam. Those colors you were shown. Now you find yourself near lampposts on every corner. On every corner. Just let it go. These lies that you harbor. Take story that waits for you. Just know I've been waiting for you. Just know keep moving on. So keep moving on. Keep moving on. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. Keep moving on. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. Keep moving on. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. Keep moving on. Let go. These lies that you harbor. And take hold of the story that waits for you. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. No, no. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. No. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. Keep moving on. So keep moving on. So keep moving on. Keep moving on.
Okay, there's this. Here's the lyrics. I want to ask about the title, Outnumbered. You know, the main chorus is keep moving on, so it's keep moving on. And I've been waiting for you. What does the concept of outnumbered in the dark mean to you?
So in my story of struggling with depression, it feels like you're just in this prison. So that's where that's where outnumbered comes from. Just feeling like you're overwhelmed. So that's basically what it is, feeling that you're outnumbered. So
Okay. In the streets where you roam, fall colors you were shown. Now you find yourself near a lamppost on every corner. Just let go of these lies that you harbor. Take hold of the story that waits for you. There's an interesting concept, the lies that you harbor. It means that, what does that mean to you? I have an impression.
So the lies that you harbor, lies are from what people have told you about yourself, and that's related to false colors, where false colors are lies that people tell you. So these lies that you hold on to.
I think as we get older, we often realize that our biggest battle is in our minds, of course, and not everything we believe is accurate. So our and the stuff we think is true. Sometimes you say, whoa, that's not really. So just know I've been waiting for you. You know, tell me something what about that line there? I've been waiting. Who's I?
Well, originally the idea was going to be God was the person waiting for you.
Yeah.
But as we worked, me and my sister, as we worked on it, we changed it to just somebody that's either you know or somebody that's you don't know really. Just the importance of comforting somebody, going to comfort them. That's what it stands for.
Okay, so it could be a little bit broader then.
Yeah.
But the idea of someone waiting for you, that's a loving, supposed to be loving, not waiting to trap you and kill you, as someone that's reaching out in care and compassion. All right, waiting for you. So keep moving on. So that's an important line. You sing that all the way through to the end of the song, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tommy, what is moving on to you? What is that?
Well, that's just, it's a reminder. It's to the person just to keep moving on. So it's encouraging the person not to stop, just to keep living their life, because it's important. It has its value. That's what people can forget, that they think that they're not full of value, and
Okay.
that's the importance of the line, is just to keep encouraging them to move on.
One step forward, don't give up, that kind of thing. Okay. Well, and then it comes down, it ends up with, of these lives that you harbor, and take hold of the story that waits for you. You think that's a really interesting concept. The promise of a future, something's waiting, that I do have a story ahead of me. It's absolutely very powerful. I'm sure you would agree, you wrote it. I'm going to stop the share here. So so thanks for sharing that song. It's a very powerful song, and you deliver it in a very emotional, powerful way. I'm sure that must be your forte. You're kind of sing like that. Do you do quiet songs and stuff too?
I try to. I learned that from my sister, because she has an amazing voice, and she leads a lot of the more quiet songs. But I try to learn from her. So.
All right. Well, you both are so young, but really coming of age quick in your music.
Thank you.
So let's see, before I go, I don't rehearse these questions. I just ask what seems interesting. The lives of young people are always interesting. And I think about what I was doing at your age, and usually I think, oh, you're doing so much more than I was. So bless your, I hope you continue on and in your music and your ministry. And when I judge poetry and some other writing for a club I belong to, and I always have the four things on my list for judging. What I judge is imagery. Do you get images when you read it? And a couple of other things. And I always end up with meaning. Is it meaningful? Sometimes I read some great poetry and I'm like, oh, what's the point of it? And some songs are like that. So I think for me, I like to give extra points to something that's very meaningful. And that doesn't always just mean positive. It can be very powerful in many ways. So thanks for sharing a very meaningful song.
Thank you.
How's that? So is there anything else we had on our mind? Any questions? Good luck. All right. You have any questions for me? All right. Thanks for being part of this. And I look forward to this Saturday is the big night. We'll see if the votes come in and what the judges think. And all right. I'm going to turn off the recording now.